Hey folks, in this video, we're gonna show you how to make the perfect meal to share with your family and friends as we cook giant bear meatballs. Grinding wild game meat is probably the most popular method when it comes to big game animals, but finding new and tasty ways to enjoy it can sometimes be hard. This recipe is one of our all-time favorites. Today, we're using black bear meat, but you could also use moose, venison, or even caribou. To grind your own meat, you first want to trim up any excess silver skin and then cut it into smaller chunks so it can fit through your grinder easily. Set up your grinder with the large size holes, somewhere around 1/4 inch, and then start grinding your meat. After it all passes through once, we like to run it through one more time. This will help break down all the connective tissue properly. Now that we have everything ground, it's time to make our meatballs. We have all the ingredients laid out here on the table. We have about 1.5 to 2 pounds of ground bear, 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs, which will make the meatballs nice and light, some extra virgin olive oil, a couple eggs, some milk, and some ricotta cheese, which will both add some nice fat, some grana padano cheese, you could also use Parmesan here, and then finally some garlic powder, sweet paprika, kosher salt, and some black pepper. Now grab a large mixing bowl and combine all these ingredients and mix well. We're looking to create a wet mixture here. Wetting your breadcrumbs before adding them to the meat will help give the meatballs moisture, whereas if you just added dry breadcrumbs to the meat, it would actually draw moisture out of the balls. It's also important to mix all the ingredients before the meat is added so you don't overwork the meat, which can result in tough meatballs. When everything is mixed up, add 1/4 of the meat to the bowl and combine well. This step just helps distribute all the ingredients more evenly without overmixing the whole batch of meat. Now go ahead and add the rest of your meat and mix everything up, just until it's combined. Try not to overmix here. Grab a large sheet pan and put a good amount of oil down. We're just going to use this to hold the meatballs before cooking, but we don't want them to stick. The oil will also help creating a crunchy exterior when cooking. Get your hands nicely covered in oil and start rolling your balls out. We're looking to form balls that are fairly big, somewhere around the size of a hard ball. You should end up with about 6 to 8 balls. We now have all the meatballs formed and we're ready to start cooking. We've got a 14-inch cast iron pan here with some oil in it over medium-high heat. What we're looking to do here is just brown the meatballs. We're not looking to fully cook them, so just get them in the hot pan. That sizzling sound is exactly what you want to hear. And working with high heat is really important. So just keep an eye on it. Once everything is nicely browned, they should lift up fairly easily. This should only take about a couple minutes per side. Be sure to scrape aggressively when it comes time to flipping the balls, so you keep as much of the browning on the balls as possible. Once everything is nicely browned, it's time to add your tomato sauce. Feel free to use whatever you like here. We've made this sauce ourselves, and we'll put the ingredients and steps on how we made this in the directions. But you can also use any pre-made sauce to help speed up the cooking time. This recipe works great as a quick meal during the week. Turn the heat down to medium-low and let everything simmer for about 7 to 10 minutes, turning the balls halfway through. We're looking for an internal temp of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. When the balls are all done, just grab a bowl and add some tomato sauce to the bottom of it. Then add a couple meatballs and top with a little more sauce. Finish with some freshly grated cheese, some freshly chopped parsley and basil, and another drizzle of olive oil. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I gotta dig into this. Let's just check these balls out. Cuts right through with a spoon. Look at that. Perfectly cooked, nice and moist. I gotta take a bite real quick. This is gonna be hot. Oh. Seriously, it's so good. They're moist, they're perfectly cooked through. You gotta give this a try. It's the perfect meal for your family and friends, or to introduce people to bear for the first time. Thanks for watching. We really hope you give this a try the next time you have some ground meat lying around.
Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this video. For more great videos and content, please subscribe to our page and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see. And to follow our amazing adventures around Canada, please join us on Facebook and Instagram.